Hey, beautiful souls. So I'm sitting here, and we're gonna call it random thoughts from Crystal. But there's some incidences and situations that have kind of manifested in the last week, and it's got my wheels turning in my head, if you will. And I've been reaching out to Spirit about it, trying to discern the answer. I think I get it, but I don't. So I'm open to feedback, but I'm also feeling very encouraged to connect with you guys and sharing what has brought me to kind of this idea or where I'm going with this. And I think primarily the feel is just to let you guys all know we are all in this together and we all have these human experiences. And it's not what should come as first nature. And this is what the basis of this video is. What should come as first nature, part of that of which we are, can feel very foreign. So, I saw 1-8-11 on my phone. Anyway, so this last week, I met a beautiful woman, a beautiful soul, total stranger, and amongst our casual conversation, she opens up to me and kind of spews her life story and scenario and situation with her significant other husband and the difficulties they're going through. And admittedly, sometimes it just happens, and I'm not in my crystal clear mentoring state, right? I'm just being human, engaging in conversation, and sometimes I'm a little taken back by where the conversation goes. Now, I'm very humbled and grateful for these experiences, and I'm so grateful that people can feel comfortable to talk to me about it. The only reason I actually bring up this thing is because, or the scenario and this experience is because I find myself in this human essence and kind of taken back by her story, and I kind of spew out without really thinking, I guess, what's your response to your significant other, if you will, or what is your I don't remember how I said it, but kind of sounded almost incompassionate, like a little disheartening, I guess. Kind of like I just kind of like, and what are you doing about all this? Like, why are you taking it up the ass? Was probably the energy I conveyed to her, and I didn't mean it that way. Again, I'm human. And of course, she continues to tell me, like, because I love him. And I'm getting what's okay and what's not to share. But, she makes a comment. She kind of communicates the things he's done to her, and I can immediately tell that there's projection. And then she goes on to tell me, there's times I tell him I love him, but really I feel like I just wish that he loved me. And in that moment, I understand that statement, reading beyond the words, right? That I really wish that I loved me. Now, let me further explain what I mean by this, right? It goes back to a very old concept I've talked about probably a year or so ago when we talked about what is seeking you is seeking, or what you seek is also seeking you. But we often correlate that to a human, to a significant other, or somebody that we want. But if that person doesn't want you, why would you think that you would want them, right? Or is it that you're just detached from what it is that you really want? Which kind of, and I hope you guys are bearing with me, okay? Bearing with me as I bring this full circumference. Because at the end of the day, we are love. We are loved, and we are love. And love comes so natural. But the beauty about this exchange with this other woman is I have this realization that what should come natural, what should come first and foremost of our instinct seems so hard. And what I'm saying is love is not hard. But I don't know that and I advocate this all the time, it's self-love. Because when we really genuinely love ourselves, we would not tolerate being second best to somebody else, because we've put ourselves first and know how to reciprocate that to others that we love, and give it or receive it in return, right? And I can say this because I know I'm human, and I've been there. I know what I'm trying to come to full circumference. And as I walked away from that conversation and talking with Spirit, is how love should be so natural and so instinctual. Yet when it really comes down to the practice of embodying true love, which should start within self, part of self-love, it is hard. I know you may be a part of it. I know I have, where we are in toxic relationships, whether it's with family members or a significant other or friendships, whatever, where we tolerate shitty behavior and think it's compassion and that we are doing the right thing because we love them while they walk all over us, right? And it's so much easier to demonstrate love, right? You can look at your friend that may be going through all this and have the words of wisdom, but when it comes to you and implementing it, it's the hardest damn thing there is. And I know I can say that because when I was practicing and embodying and learning true love, self-love, I had to literally put those that I love so much that I had maybe allowed them to abuse me, or even better yet, put my son, the way I loved my son first and foremost, and give all the advice I would ever give to him and make myself implement it. And that was a hard practice. So that was kind of what I was thinking with Spirit and my random thoughts, because there was a post I just came across. It's like, what is the world missing right now? And I really feel like at the end of the day, it's love. But it's not the love that we have come to understand. It's a self-love, because only when we understand can we actually embody true compassion. You know, I always think in reference to Spirit or our guides or even our higher self, right? We're never alone, but they never drop their frequency. They never do that whole misery loves company to make us feel better. If we want to rise, we need to rise, and they will help us, but they will never drop their frequency. They will never come to a lower level to make us feel better. Yet we will do that to other people or even to ourselves by tolerating shitty behavior, if you will. So, and I don't even have the answer, but I did feel very encouraged to share that. They were encouraging me in that we are human. And isn't it ironic that the thing that should come natural can be one of the hardest lessons to, and believe me, when we really learn it and we really embody it, love comes easily. It really does. It's natural. And it can be disheartening, especially when you stand in a state of love, that you choose to no longer tolerate shitty behavior from other people because you have taken on the integrity of not allowing shitty behavior done to you, even by you, right? It's a matter of standing in integrity, and that's what self-love is. It's all encompassed between being honest with yourself and standing up for yourself and knowing what boundaries are and knowing thyself and what you stand, like all that you are, and whatever that means on a very diverse level. I know this is kind of rambling because these are all my thoughts and I've been encouraged. So anyway, and maybe that's what it really comes down to. Sometimes I wonder if it's normal. I hear so many people that talk about love. but they don't demonstrate true love because they never put themselves in the state of self-love or themselves on their own pedestal to reciprocate. And I'm not talking about egotistical, guys. Like, this is so different from selfish to self-love. It's just not common. But we want to change the world. I guess that's where it starts. And it's a practice. And maybe that's where my mind is kind of going, is maybe if we were taught self-love, and maybe that's part of breaking the ancestral curses or the generations or whatever, because it's not that anybody didn't mean to. If you look around, we all think we're loving, but I don't know that we all genuinely understand what true love is. Oh, that's quite a rampage. Is there anything else? That's great. Okay. I have so much love for you guys. Thank you if you listened to this all the way through. Bottom line, love should come easy. But isn't it ironic that that which we are can be the hardest challenge and hurdle to learn to embody it? But once we have, it does come natural. I do promise you that. It's the safe spot. I have so much love for you guys. Until next time. Namaste.